Hi, it's Rich Tehrani in the TMC newsroom, and today we're going to be speaking with Dave Grannan, who's president and CEO of Vlingo. And Dave, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Rich.
Well, thanks for being on the program. And today I had the pleasure of downloading your application on the iPhone and using some of its capabilities. Would you mind giving me an overview of your company for those people who may not have done the same?
Well, sure. Vlingo is a venture-backed startup in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and we do voice user interfaces for mobile devices. So the concept is that the mobile market, mobile phones today, are capable of all kinds of incredible, rich internet services. So mobile email and web search and text messaging and mobile TV and radio and navigation. The problem is that all these phones have a tiny keyboard. So our company exists to sort of unlock the potential of all those data services by allowing you to speak to the phone to say, send a text message to Rich or update my Facebook status or get directions to Fenway Park. We listen to your voice and we convert the speech to text and launch the application. So we are a voice user interface company for mobile.
Now, your customers fall into a couple different categories, right? There are consumers / businesses,
Yep.
Carriers, and then companies making the cell phones, right?
That's
Those are
right.
the three different categories. So if either companies in those categories wanted to learn more about how they could benefit from working with you, what would they do to learn?
Well, the easiest thing to do is try our product, as
Okay.
you did, Rich. I think that is the best proof we can give anyone when they download our product. If you have a BlackBerry, you can get it at BlackBerry App World. If you have a Nokia phone, you can get it at the Nokia Ovi store. You can download our product from Vlingo.com or from any of the major U.S. wireless carriers. If you have a Symbian or a Windows Mobile or a BlackBerry product, download that and try it.
Okay, and the next question is, in terms of future devices, Android, things like that, what are you seeing on the horizon in terms of adoption on the different devices that are out there today and the new ones that are coming out?
Yeah, so as far as adoption of our product goes, we're seeing great uptake. We've had a direct-to-consumer product that you mentioned in the market where users can download our product. For a little over a year now, we've had over 3 million people download and sign up as customers for that product. And that's so far been on the smartphone platforms, as you mentioned, iPhone, BlackBerry, Symbian, Windows Mobile. We'll be adding Android in the first quarter of next year. And then through our relationship with AT&T and Nokia, adding our technology to so-called feature phones. These are phones with 1 through 9 *0#, which are even harder to type into.
So how would your software get installed on a device like that?
The other part of our business that you mentioned was, while we have a direct-to-consumer product, we also sell to wireless operators and device makers. So those operators and device makers license our software and they pre-install it on the device. So we hope to see toward the middle of next year, through some of the carriers in America and in Europe, people being able to buy devices that already have a rich voice user interface. A way to think about it is the way Apple revolutionized Touch UI with the iPhone as a great user interface. That's what we're doing with voice as yet another alternative.
Now, you mentioned some amazing stats to me earlier about mobile phone search and what happens when you can search by voice. Can you go over some of those stats?
Sure. What we find as we survey and follow the data of our 3 million plus users, a lot of interesting things. First of all, voice is very popular as a user interface. Our customers, on average, use the voice interface 5 times a day. Customers that have voice-enabled search actually do 70% more web searches on the mobile phone versus customers that can only type into the phone.
That's huge.
It's astounding, but it makes sense when you think about it. As we were talking earlier, if I'm wanting to know, for example, in the car and I hear a song and I'm debating it with a friend, say, when was Lucinda Williams' first album published? I can just press the button and say, Lucinda Williams' first album, and get the search. Most people aren't going to type that much in a little phone keyboard.
So assuming all things being equal in terms of sales from being a percentage of searches from the search engine's perspective, selling ads, that means that they could theoretically be looking at a 70% or greater amount of revenue increase.
That's exactly right. I mean, because when you think about a search engine, how do they make money? Page views, banner ads, click-throughs.
Right.
If we're increasing that by 70%, that should be a direct correlation to revenue.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being on the program today. It was a pleasure
Great.
to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.